I work as a physical therapist and trainer at Brazilian Physical Therapy on First and First. And I've just recently started teaching more strength classes, more prehab stuff for runners in the last 2 years. So that's just a little bit about my background. And then I still run and compete now. So we're gonna start the same way we started the last couple classes. I like to always start on our knees and warm up the toes and the ankles, make sure we have good flexibility, good range of motion in the toes and ankles. So we're gonna start with some toe sits. So you're gonna sit on your heels, feet flat, come back up, curl the toes, and then sit back. So now you get a big toe stretch, maybe the sole of your foot. Come back and switch, and we're gonna alternate back and forth. When you sit this way, you might feel it more on the shins. If you do feel it on the shins, I would recommend you do it a little bit more frequently. It's a good stretch to avoid some things like medial tibial stress syndrome. I'm blanking on the name now. Is shin splints. Thank you. Yeah. So we're gonna keep up warming up the ankles. Okay, just a couple more seconds here, and then we're gonna grab our weight for this second mobility exercise. Okay, now we're gonna get in a half kneeling position, and you're gonna have that front leg a little bit diagonal. You're gonna grab your weight horizontally, vertically, whatever feels more comfortable. You're just gonna hold it in both hands and keep an upright posture. You're gonna shift your weight towards that front foot and then come right back. Okay, this is for the hip. This is for the hip to open up better. Okay, if you're feeling a little bit tight, try and keep an upright posture. We're gonna go for 3 more. Okay, if you don't feel this stretch, then you're just gonna swing that back leg towards the side of that front leg, if that makes sense. Okay, there you might feel it a little bit more. Yeah? Okay, now we're gonna switch sides. Half kneel, and then out diagonal, upright posture, and then we're just gonna slowly shift our weight towards that front leg. Keeping an upright posture, we'll go for 4 more. And you should be exhaling as you're shifting your weight towards that front leg. Okay, so don't try to fight it. You're just gonna go as far as feels comfortable. Don't force anything. Each time we go forward, you might get a little bit more range of motion, okay? So now we can set our weight off to the side, and we're gonna continue with some cat camels. We're just gonna go for 5 good ones, nice and slow. So from a tabletop position, wrist, elbow, shoulder are in line, hip and knee are in line. You're gonna inhale and arch your back and look up as high as you can. And then exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. And we're just gonna go 4 more times, nice and slow. Inhale and exhale. Okay, 3 more times here. All right. If you're new here, we like to set our class to some hip hop music, kind of in theme with all of noname and the 4 elements of hip hop. Okay. So if you're struggling at some point, maybe think to the lyrics of the song to help motivate you and push you forward. All right, I think that's about 5. From here, we're gonna stay in the same position, and we're gonna do some hip bars. If you haven't done these here, you're gonna extend one leg back, the right leg, and then you're gonna rotate the knee out and then come around. And we're gonna do that 2 more times. Extend the back leg, rotate the knee away from the floor, point it to the wall, and then come around 1 more time, trying to keep the back as flat as possible. All right, now we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So now we're gonna go point the knee out to the side first, and then point the knee down. It's rotating and coming back. So out to the side, rotate, point the knee down, and bring it around 1 more time. You might hear some people refer to these as hip circles. It's kind of like a bigger hip circle. We're trying to get the ball of the femur move around in the socket. Now we're gonna switch sides. Other leg now. Okay, again, don't try and hold your breath to try and lift the leg up higher. It's just gonna go as high as it goes, and that's fine. The more you do this, the easier it'll get, the more range of motion you'll get with each time that we practice this. So you see, haven't already switched directions. Now we're going the opposite direction on that second leg. All right, one more. All right, and from this tabletop position, you're gonna push through your hands, extend the knees, and then reach the heels back. We're gonna get in a downward dog. We're gonna hold this position just for a couple of seconds, and now we're just gonna alternate straightening one knee, lowering the heel to the floor, and then switching back and forth, nice and slow. One knee straightens, one knee bends. The knee that's straight, that heel is aiming for the floor. If you're not able to touch the floor, don't worry. As long as you feel a stretch behind the knee, maybe even at the heel, we're just gonna alternate a couple more times. Again, you should feel a stretch by the Achilles when you're straightening the knee and in the back of the leg as well. All right, and now we're getting back down. Now we're gonna lie flat on the mat, and you're gonna look up over your right shoulder, try and find your left heel. Again, don't force it. If you don't see it right away, don't be alarmed. It's there. Come back, look over your left shoulder, try and find your right heel. Okay, we're gonna go back and forth 4 more times. Okay, some people carry a heavy weight physically or emotionally during the day. Sometimes our shoulders right up to our ears and our chest caves in a little bit. So we're trying to undo all that stress, either from training or from work. So we're just gonna go a couple more times on each side, and then we're gonna finish up with our mobility portion with one more. Okay, one more on each side, and then we're gonna get in that deep lunge, and we're gonna get into that world's greatest stretch. Okay, if you're familiar with this exercise, you know that I didn't come up with the name, but I think a lot of people in the fitness industry kind of are familiar with it. So we're gonna get in a deep lunge. You're gonna place your right hand inside that left foot. We're gonna rotate the chest towards that front leg, reach for the ceiling, looking over that thumb, and then we're gonna lower that shoulder inside of that front leg and look away to the opposite side. And then we're just gonna rotate back and forth 3 more times. Exhaling as you're rotating towards that front leg. Okay, 1 more time, and then we're gonna switch sides. All right, I'm switching sides now. The more you have that back knee straightened, the more you're gonna feel it in the outer hip, low back. If you're really stiff in the neck, you might feel it in your neck as well. Reaching for the ceiling and trying to look over your thumb. Okay, we got 2 more. And then we're gonna get into our first of 3 activations. We got 3 activations today. Bonus one. Activation is just an isometric exercise to wake up that muscle to make sure that they're firing when we do our squats and our hinges a little bit later on. All right, so you're gonna grab the band now and you're gonna put it above the knees. Then you're gonna lie on your side. Okay, you're gonna place the band above the knees. You're gonna lie on your side in the side plank position. Okay, knees are bent. You're gonna push through, you're gonna keep that arm close to you, and then you're gonna raise the hip and then raise the knee. So we're gonna stay in this clamshell position, and we're gonna hold that for 20 seconds starting now. So your chest should be facing the wall. Okay, either wall, not down at the floor. You're pushing away from the floor as much as possible. Keep tension on the band, keeping that top knee up, pointing to the ceiling for 5 more seconds. Okay, that bottom knee is down. So you're gonna feel this on the lower obliques. Now we're gonna switch sides. Other side now. Okay, arm close to you, pushing through the elbow. Knees bent. Up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're holding that top knee up. So you should feel this on the obliques of the side that's closest to the mat, as well as probably in both hips. Okay. 3 more seconds. And time. Okay, we can take off the band, leave it off to the side. We might be using that a little bit later, TBD. We're gonna stay on the mat in the tabletop position. And now we're gonna warm up the shoulders and then the opposite glute. Okay, we're gonna do a bird dog and we're gonna hold that for 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, you're gonna extend the right arm, left foot. Should be a straight line from hand to foot. So straighten that back knee. You're looking straight down, not up. So your neck should be relaxed. We're gonna hold this for 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and now we're gonna switch sides. Up other side now, looking straight down. You might feel a stretch at the bottom of the neck. Okay, I like that everyone's knees are straight. The legs should be at same level as the spine, so not higher. We're gonna hold this for 3 more seconds, and then we're gonna stand on up. 2, 1. All right, now we're gonna come on up, and we're gonna warm up the quads and the calves now. So now we're gonna get in a lunge position. We're gonna raise that front heel, and we're gonna hold this for 15 seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So you're gonna raise that front heel as high as possible, pushing through the big toe. Okay, just 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, other side now. And lower, 3, 2, 1, now we're up again, keeping the trunk upright, not leaning forward, looking straight ahead. Okay, we're gonna go for 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, just about done with the warm up. Now we're gonna get started with our first round of plyometrics and core. We're gonna start off with some pogos, okay? Pogos, you can have your hands on your hips. That's exactly right. We're just gonna explode through the ankles and we're just gonna bop up and down for 20 seconds, starting now. All right, we're doing some calf work. Very light, just gently exploding through the ankles. You don't have to come up very high. We're gonna do these for 1 more round after this core exercise that we're gonna do now. All right, and time. Now we're gonna get in that side plank again. And we're gonna do some side plank dips. So I like to have that lower leg, the leg that's closest to the mat, in front, and then the back leg, and it's gonna be rest right on top of that back leg. Okay, you're gonna keep that elbow close to you. I like to have the hand on the hip, and you're gonna raise up the hip, and then almost like in an arc, you're gonna lower the hip to the mat, and then push back up. Okay, we're gonna go for 20 seconds, starting now. Up and down. Up and down, pushing through the forearm. Up and down, 10 more seconds. Breathe, 5 more seconds, almost there. 2, 1, and other side. Okay, right after this one, we're just gonna do each one more time. And 3, 2, 1, we're up. And lower the hip and up. All right, 8 more seconds. Everyone's doing good. Raise those hips to the ceiling. 2, 1, and we're up. Second round of the plyometrics of this jump, this pogos, and we'll get back down for 1 more of each, okay? In 3, 2, 1, go. If you're feeling really good, you can go a little higher. Okay, try and keep the knees pretty straight because we're focusing on the calves. It's not that it's wrong if the knees are bent, but then we're using more quads and we have plenty of quad exercises coming up. So we're just using the calves, all right? And 20 seconds back down to the mat. Second and last round of these side plank dips. It hurts so good, right? In 3, 2, 1, and we're up. And lowering the hip and raising the hip and lowering the hip and raising the hip. We got 10 more seconds here. Breathe. Almost there. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're switching sides now. Okay, and we're up in 3, 2, 1, go. Second and last time we're doing these, I promise. But if you find these hard, this is only 20 seconds. I would recommend trying to do these at least one other time this week or next week. All right, just all you need is 1 or 2 rounds of 15 to 20 seconds. And time. Okay, breathe. How are we doing so far? Good? All right. Yeah, take a sip of water if you need. Now we're going to get into our second round, our second superset of jumping exercise, core exercise. We're going to start off with some jump squats. Okay, pretty simple, pretty basic. We're just going to go 20 seconds with the jump squats, and then we're going to get back down onto the mat for our second core exercise. All right, and we're going to get started with the jump squats in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, yeah. If you want to make this harder the second round, I'll show you guys a slightly harder version, okay? But you were on it. That was it. If you jump up and bring your knees to your chest, a lot harder. All right, 3, 2, 1, and time, and we're down to the mat. Next up is a hollow hold. All right, so you're gonna lie on your back. Your shoulders are off of the mat, and you're just gonna look in front of you. You're gonna raise up the feet a couple of inches and point the toes, and you're gonna have your hands to your side. We're gonna hold that for 20 seconds starting now. No movement. We're gonna aim for 20 seconds. Almost there. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. 3, 2, 1. All right, back on up. Easy, right? So we did the jump squats. If you want to add another layer, make it a little bit more challenging, you're going to jump up and then bring your knees to your chest. Call a tuck jump. Okay? So we're going to go for 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. Jump squats or tuck jumps, whichever one you prefer. We're just going to go for 15 more seconds, and we're going to go right back down for the hollow hold. There will be a harder version for that as well, if you so choose to expose yourself to that type of torture. All right, 3, 2, 1, and time. Back down to the floor. We're gonna go for 20 seconds. If that last hollow hold was hard enough, we're gonna do the same. If it was too hard, you're gonna bend the knees a little bit and bring the legs up closer to you. That's gonna make it a little bit easier. If you're a psychopath and want a harder version, you're gonna point the toes and then you're gonna reach the arms up behind you, and then kind of like a boat, we're gonna hold that for 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, pointing the toes. You're just gonna reach the arms behind you. You're looking forward, you're breathing. You're thinking about how easy the marathon's gonna be compared to this. We're just gonna go for 7 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. Oh, I wish Gary were here for this. All right, let's get some water. That was the hardest part of class, in my opinion. All right, obviously I'm biased. So that's it for the cores and plyos. Not that there aren't core involvement in the next 6 exercises we're gonna do, but we're gonna continue with 4 rounds of 3 different exercises. We're gonna do each exercise for about 25 seconds. If there's a left and a right, we're gonna do 25 seconds the left side, 25 seconds the right side. All right. Does anyone here in the front bring 2 weights? 2 weights, okay, that works. I always forget to bring one to demonstrate. So I'm gonna demonstrate the first exercise. I think you guys can all see better seated for now. So we're gonna have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Only the tippy toes are in the back. You're gonna lean forward a little bit, so you're almost at 45 degrees. And from here, you're gonna hold the weight horizontally or vertically, and it's now become part of you, and you're gonna rotate from the belly button, turning away from the leg in each direction. And we're just gonna go for 25 seconds back and forth. Okay, this is pretty challenging, as I know it looks silly and easy, but I promise you it will be challenging. Okay. Oh, thanks. All right, so we can stand on up. And if it's too challenging for whatever reason, you can do this without a weight. Okay, we can start off with the weight. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, front foot is flat. That back foot, it's only like a kickstand. Very little weight going through that back foot. And then you're just gonna rotate from side to side. All right, 90% of your weight is on that front leg. We're gonna go for 5 more seconds here. I see a lot of shaky ankles, that's good. Now we're gonna switch sides, other side now. 3, 2, 1, and we're going. We're working on the ankles first. Next exercise is gonna be more quads and hips, more inner thighs. Okay, we're gonna go for 5 more seconds here, and then you're gonna catch our breath for 5 seconds before we get into the next one. And time. All right. That's the first in this sequence of 3 exercises. The next one we're gonna do, you can stay with the weight, holding it horizontally. You're gonna get about shoulder width apart. And then you're gonna shift your weight to the left. And then you're gonna turn that right leg out. Okay, if you were in my class a couple weeks ago, we did these. These are called Cossack squats. Okay, similar, it's basically a lateral lunge, but then the other leg, you're gonna rotate out. So then you're gonna feel it on the inner thigh. Okay, and we're gonna stay going to the left, turn that foot out, come back to center, to the left, turn out, come back to center. My goal is that the more we do this, the lower you're gonna be able to get each round, okay? We're gonna get started with the first round, 25 seconds, starting 3, 2, 1, go. Going to the left, shifting the weight, and then coming back to center. Yeah, and then try and rotate that foot out. Okay, if you're having difficulty turning that foot out, just narrow your stance a little bit, okay? Good. And we're switching sides now. So now we're the right side. You're gonna stay in that same position. Now we're going to the right, turning that left foot out and back to center. So when we shift our weight to the right, that left knee is straight, pointing the toes out, and then back to center. We're gonna go for 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and time. Take a couple seconds. Last exercise we're gonna do of this sequence is a single leg RDL. We're gonna start off with standing on the left leg. So that right leg is gonna swing back at the same time as we start leaning forward. You're gonna squeeze your right shoulder blade so that you're not trying to reach for your foot, and then that's gonna put a lot of pressure in your low back. So we wanna keep the arm close to you, and you're gonna lower your chest parallel to the floor, perpendicular to the standing leg. You can feel a stretch in the back of that left leg. Now the coming up part. The first round, very simple, just hinge and then back. The second round, if that feels easy for you, whether it's a lightweight or you've done these plenty of times, you're gonna hinge and then you're gonna come back and then you're gonna press up, okay? That's the slightly more advanced version. Okay, we're gonna get started with the basics. This first round, we're gonna go for 25 seconds, starting now, standing on the left, hinging forward from the waist, lifting up that right leg, and then coming back up to center. If you feel this in your low back, chances are you're not lifting up that back leg high enough. okay? So if you feel it in your back, just pick up that leg a little bit higher, a little bit earlier. Always be in control of the weight. Now we're switching sides to the opposite side. Okay, you're in control of the weight. Don't let the weight control you. So as you hinge forward, if you're having difficulty coming back up to center, don't go down as low. The other alternative is to hold the dumbbell in both hands, okay? We're gonna go 2 more seconds here. And time. Breathe. Okay, in about 5 seconds, we're gonna get started with that first exercise. And that's that staggered stance. And then rotation, working on that ankle stability. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, staggered stance, rotation. Okay? To make this harder, you don't need a heavier weight. You can just simply speed up the tempo a little bit, and that's gonna make it a lot harder. Okay? And if it's too easy, if it's too hard, just come up and stand a little bit straighter, okay? If you're leaning forward a little bit more, it's gonna be more challenging. Standing up straighter is gonna be a little bit easier. And now we're gonna switch sides, switch opposite foot in front, and rotate, starting now. Okay, nice. Keeping the weight in front of you, you're turning from the belly button. Breathe. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we're gonna continue with the Cossack squats in 3, 2, 1. Left side first, fifth to the left. Okay, maybe this round you get a little bit lower, a little bit deeper. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe next round. Next round. All right. This is our Avengers training right here. All right, other side. Shifting to the right, lowering. Oh, yeah. You get a lot of deep breaths. That's good. Air is good. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Take 2 or 3 breaths before we get into the second round of the RDLs. All right, we're gonna start the RDLs in 3, 2, 1, starting holding the weight in the right hand, standing on the left, hinging forward, coming back. Now we're pressing. If the weight is light enough, if it's too heavy, if it's too challenging. No, we're doing both sides. We're doing the left side first, 25 seconds, and we're doing the right side, okay? All right, we're gonna go for 10 more seconds here. Okay, if it's too hard to press, even just getting it up to the shoulder height is perfectly fine if you have a heavy weight. Okay, and now we're gonna switch sides. Now it's gonna go in your left hand, standing on the right leg, hinging forward, and then coming up to standing. Okay, if it's light enough, we're pressing it, and then back down. Very good. Again, if you feel it in your low back, make sure you're lifting up that opposite leg high enough where you feel the stretch in your leg and not any pressure in the low back. Okay, we're gonna go for 3, 2, 1, and time. You can rest the weight down. If you need a quick sip of water, we'll take a quick 20 seconds here. Everyone doing okay? All right, halfway through this first sequence, we got 2 more rounds of these same 3 exercises. Then we'll take another slightly longer water break before we get into the last 3 exercises. Okay, cool? All right, Back from the top, staggered stance, rotation, or holding the weight horizontally. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, if it feels easy, you just speed up the tempo very slightly, or just lean a little bit more forward. Okay, so you have one of two tools, resources to make this a little bit more challenging if it's easy for you. Okay, this is working ankle stability and switching sides. Okay, as I've said in the past, I always work from the injury backwards. So I'm thinking of things like Achilles tendonitis or post-hip tendinopathy or plantar fasciitis or shin splints. Always working the muscles in the foot, controlling the roll. Okay, switching sides now. Then the Cossack squats. Okay, thank you guys. I was just testing you guys. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Left side. All right, this is the round. I think this one we're getting a little bit lower, I think. Yeah. No? All right, then the fourth round for sure. And if not, then I'll see you next week and we'll do it again. All right, just 5 more seconds here. 2, and switching sides, shifting away to the right. Okay, getting low. We don't need a whole lot of fancy movements or machines. I think working on that hip range of motion, a little bit of balance. And time. Okay, check out the legs if you need to, the arms, the hands, back. Okay, we're gonna get into this last round, third round of single leg RDLs. When you're doing the presses, make sure you're balanced here before straightening the elbow and then pushing to the thing. All right, when you're pressing, you wanna always keep the weight close to you. Don't have the weight out here. Keep it inside this phone booth, right in here, okay? Ready, in 3, 2, 1. Single leg RDLs, standing on the left, hinging forward, and press, back down, hinge. Very good. All right, everyone's looking solid. Don't see anyone losing their balance. You guys are pros. Other side now, switching legs, opposite side. Okay. We've got about 10 more seconds of these, and then we'll take a brief pause before starting our last round of these 3 exercises, and then we'll take a quick water break, okay? 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Lay the weight down, catch your breath if you need to. Roll the shoulders back. Take another sip of water. We're gonna get started with this last round in about 10 seconds, okay? And then we'll switch up all 3 exercises, okay? All right. All right, let's get started with this last round. Starting with the staggered stance, rotation. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, very good, very good. Just got 10 more seconds here. All right, and we can switch sides now. All right. I have the strongest ankles in New York City. All right, very good, very good. Again, if it's easy, just speed up the tempo a little bit or just lean farther forward. We're gonna go for about 5 more seconds here. All right, then we got the last round of the Cossack squats. Okay, we can start those in 3, 2, 1. Switching speeds to the Cossack squats. Very little rest in between these two because we have a good 60-second rest break coming up right after these and the RDLs. Okay. So this one for sure, probably getting really, really close to the bottom, at least relative to the first round anyways. All right, one more, and then we'll switch sides. Switching sides now. Other side. Nice, locked in, locked in. All right, 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll take 5 seconds. Just 2 breaths here. Okay, slow that heart rate down a little bit if we're getting a little bit high. And then we got our last round of the RDLs and the press. Okay, ready in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, make sure that you have your balance under control before the press. Okay, we're breaking them down to individual movements. So it's RDL, bring it up, press, back down. All right, and switching sides now. Last side, and then we'll take a 60-second water break. Okay, go ahead and start. Nice, excellent, good form, everyone. Excellent. Woo. These ankles are working overtime today. All right, 3 more seconds here, and then we'll take a 60-second rest break. 3, 2, 1, and time. 60 seconds on the clock. If you need to use the bathroom, if you need to get some water, text your loved ones. I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's good. These exercises are a joke. They're easy. All right. All right, we got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We got a nice pump going here. Let's not lose it. Let's not waste it. Yeah, I know, right? All right. It's been a minute, literally. So now we're gonna really focus on the quads and particularly that top of the knee. I'm thinking runner's knee. All right. So we want to make sure that we have that good range of motion where that knee can comfortably go over the toes, as it happens when we run fast or when we run downhill. That knee travels over the foot. So the body needs to be prepared to handle that. So we're doing that with some weight. We're gonna start in that staggered stance again, and then we're just gonna lower that back knee as low as possible. So you're gonna go as low as possible, and then come back up. Okay. As you go low, if you're able to touch that opposite knee to the floor, you might feel a stretch in that front calf. That's okay. And then come right back up. We're trying to keep the posture upright the whole time. Okay. The farther away it is, the easier it's going to be. So actually like for the feet to be kind of close together. All right. And you're going to hold the weight horizontally or vertically in front of you, at least for the first round. If it feels easy, then the next round, you hold it up top. But we're going to start off with the weight in front. Okay, we're going to get started in that first one in 3, 2, 1, and go. So the feet should be kind of close together, where 90% of your weight is in that front leg. All right, we got 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to switch sides. Okay, we're going to go for 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, one, and switching sides. These are called kickstand squats, okay? Sometimes when there's an imbalance, if we're squatting, if we're back squatting, or sometimes there's an imbalance and we shift our weight to one side. So this is just a way to make sure that both legs, we're treating them separately. So make sure that they're both equal strength. They both have the same range of motion. And time. Now this next one's gonna be, this is a new one. Never done this one here in class with you guys. We're gonna get on all fours and you're gonna push through all of your toes and you're gonna push through your left hand. And then from here, now you're just gonna do a row. So this is called a bear plank or a beast plank maybe, you might have heard that. So you have your hand in around one weight. Okay, so it's like a 3-point plank, lifting up the knees ever so slightly. And then from here, you're just gonna do a row. And we're gonna aim for 25 seconds. Sorry, we're gonna go to 20 seconds. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, go as slow as you need to. We're going for 20 seconds, but it can just be 5 reps. It doesn't have to be 15 reps in these 20 seconds. We got 2 more seconds here and switching sides now. Okay, go as slow as you need to. Again, even if it's just 5 reps. In 3, 2, 1, go. We're trying to minimize the rotation of the spine. Going 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Okay, all right. We'll modify this one for the next round, okay? So kind of like this. Granted, this is a 5-pound weight. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have the band. We're gonna have the band above the knees now. Okay, band above the knees. You're gonna hold your weight horizontally or vertically in front of you, and then we're gonna get in a mini squat. Some of these bands are really tough, so I don't expect you guys to raise the leg super high, but without shifting your weight to one side to lift up the leg from this mini squat position, you're gonna lift up the leg ever so slightly and then come right back, okay? This one we are gonna do for 25 seconds, okay? No more compromising. All right, and we're going, lifting the leg a little bit off to the side, keeping the spine totally neutral. Okay, the leg might not go up that high. That's okay. The straighter your knee is, the easier it's going to be. So if it's very challenging, just straighten up the knee a little bit. If it's too easy, we'll get low and we'll go out to the side. Okay, just 5 more seconds here. In 3, 2, 1. You can stand up straight. We'll give you 5 seconds rest. These are tough. These are really tough, especially with some of these bands. Especially the ones that have 3 filled in circles, those are tough. Okay, back down to the mini squat. Now we're lifting the opposite leg out to the side and go. Nice and slow. Again, that leg might not go very high just until there's some tension and then right back. Very good, very good. We got 3 more seconds here. And time. All right, we're gonna switch up that second exercise, okay? I know that was really tough. All right. We're awake? Okay, all right. Second round of the kickstand squats. Okay, so staggered stance, holding the weight horizontally or vertically. If that first round was easy for you, you can hold it a little bit further away from you. Okay, that's gonna engage the core a little bit more and lower that way. Okay, that's one way to make it a little bit more challenging. We're gonna start that in 3, 2, 1, go. Be a little bit out in front. Okay. Nice and controlled. Excellent. 5 more seconds here. Okay, and switching sides now. Woo! Yeah, let it out. Let it out. All right. We're going. We're going. We're already 5 seconds in. Excellent. Excellent. 5 more. 5 more. Again, you're going at your own speed. Okay. So if you need to take a couple seconds off. All right. And time. So modification, we're scrapping that first exercise completely. It's unrealistic for some of the weights that we have here. Some people have 30 pounders, and it's very challenging with a 30 pounder. Okay, so we're gonna do a body weight exercise. You're gonna lie flat on your stomach, and then we're just gonna raise up arms and legs. We're just gonna go for 20 seconds. Again, going at your own pace. Superman, Superwoman, hyperextension, whichever you want to call it. We're gonna lift up all 4 limbs at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Just as high as feels comfortable. It doesn't need to touch the ceiling. Don't worry. And then back down. Okay, we're just gonna go up, hold it for 1 or 2 seconds, and then back down. Okay, one last thing with this exercise. Try to control it. Okay, it's not a fast up and down. Gently lift up the arms and legs, 1 or 2 inches maybe. Okay. It all is dependent on you, okay? And time. I'm sorry? For this one? No. Yeah, so this one is just a little bit more lower back. The other one was a little bit more middle back and core. So it was just this is just exercise focusing on the back side of the body. Okay, not so much the quads or okay, so that's why it was a substitute. All right, and back to the mini squats, lateral leg raise. Okay, right after this one, we're halfway done with these 3 exercise sequence. Yeah, 4 rounds. This is the second round. Halfway, not with the class. Halfway with this, because we do 4 rounds. This is the second round. All right, in 3, 2, 1, time. Mini squat, lateral leg raise, all under control. Again, don't worry about how high the leg comes up. Just go until there's some tension. Hold it for a second or half a second, and then lower back. All under control. I like this one because then the foot of the standing leg is also working to keep you balanced, right? So we're working the hip that's moving. Then the opposite hip is working to stabilize, and now we're switching sides. So now we're lifting the opposite leg out to the side. So you might find that your ankle's a little bit wobbly. That's okay. That's working really hard to stabilize, as is the hip. So we got both glutes working in different ways, as well as the ankle of the standing leg. And time. Okay, we're gonna lower the weight to the floor. We'll take a 10 to 15 second breather. All right, and then we're gonna do each of these 3 exercises 2 more times, and then we'll start to cool down and call it a day. All right. No, we switched it this year. Yeah, just today. Yeah. No, last year we did it counting reps, but then I realized that so last year we would count reps, but some people would go really fast and be finished early, and then we're waiting for people. So now we just do it by time, so we're all on the same page. Okay. Hope that works for you. All right. Kickstand squats. 25 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Okay, and switching sides. Okay, feet kind of close together. Okay, the closer the feet are together, the more that front leg works. If you guys haven't already noticed that. And that's what we want. We're gonna load that front leg. We don't have a squat rack. We can't put on 3 plates. All right, and time. We can lower the weight off to the side. We're gonna lie on our stomachs. Superman, Superwoman, Wonder Woman. All right, and go. We're just going 20 seconds here. Just again, under control. Okay, you don't have to raise the arms and legs a foot off of the ground. It can just be a couple of inches. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, second to last of the mini squat leg raise, lateral leg raise. Okay. All right, in. Catch your breath, catch your breath. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. If it's too challenging, get in a deeper squat. If it's too challenging, stand up straighter. If it's too easy, get in a deeper squat. Okay. 3 more seconds here, and then we're switching legs. 3, 2, 1. Other side now. Out to the side. After this one, we're gonna take a 15-second rest break. Breathe, nice and under control. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Gonna take about 10 seconds here. This last round, just gonna be 20 seconds of everything. All right, we're shortening it a tiny bit. All right, I think everyone here has worked pretty hard tonight. All right, just judging from the size and the all right. Last round of the kickstand squats. If you've already tried them, holding it in front of you, holding it out in front of you, and it was relatively easy, you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're gonna hold it up. We're just going for 20 seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, a little bit of shoulders in here, a little bit more core. 10 more seconds. We're going just 20 seconds for each of these 3 exercises, and then we'll commence our cool down. And time. And switch sides now. 3, 2, 1. Try and keep those elbows straight and those shoulders down. Okay? Your shoulders should not be by your ears. Keep the shoulders down. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and time. Set the weight off to the side. Flying person next. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, can only, if it's just 1 or 2 inches off of the ground, that's fine. Five more seconds, all under control. Breathe. And time. All right, last round of the mini squat lateral leg raise. If you want to hold the weight a little bit farther in front of you again. Engage that core a little bit. All right. We got 40 more seconds of work, 20 on each side. And 3, 2, 1, go. All right. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and switching sides. 20 more seconds of work. Breathe. Halfway, 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and time. You can take the band off, set the weight down. Okay. If you haven't been here before, I like to end each class with a short 3-minute kind of meditative, deep breathing routine. So you can get in a comfortable position, whether that's sitting with your legs crossed or lying on your back, or some people like to lie on their back and rest their legs up against the pillar or the wall. Any of those positions will do. If you're recording this workout on your watch, I would recommend saving it now. I think in the past we hear a lot of beeps during our 3-minute quiet time, and it can be a little distracting. All right, we're just going to spend 3 minutes here. You can open up your eyes now. So that concludes our class for this evening. Thank you all for coming. I hope you guys took something away from it. If you don't mind placing the weights back where they were and the bands as well, and there should be some wipes on that back table. If you could just please wipe your mat and hang it up where you found it. Great job, everyone. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Yes, of course, always. Mm, uh, the knees in general. Um, I like I like this first one a lot. How did this feel? Were you able to do this? Wow. This one of my go-tos, my favorite. Not I think of it for the ankles, but also for the knees. And if you lean back a little bit, then you're gonna feel it in the hips. You feel it more when you lean back.